Welcome to the third and probably final part in my Kinect WebCam series. Today we're finally going to add the continuous integration to the project. So let's start by creating the workflow directory for GitHub in the project. I'm going to live inside the .github directory and create a directory for the workflows. This is the file that's going to specify how the process of the continuous integration should run. Alright, so let's name it Conan build. It's a YAML file. The name for the entire workflow will be, I don't know, Conan build, because we're going to use Conan for the dependencies. And it's going to run when we push the project. But we're going to ignore certain files. It's going to be any markdown files shouldn't trigger a build. Alright, there's going to be a job that we'll call build Windows x64, and surprise surprise, that's going to run on the latest Windows virtual machine. So what are the steps that we have to do to build the project? So first step is going to be fetch the sources. When we got the sources, going to fetch the dependencies with Conan. Next we're going to build, and finally we're going to save the artifacts of the build. So to fetch the sources, we of course have to fetch the source of Kinect WebCam, of our repository itself. Going to use the action checkout, set v3. That should be fine. But we're also going to check out the Kinect SDK headers and the stream direct show base classes that we need to build the project. I've already created a private repository that holds those. The Kinect SDK, we're going to check it out and use it for continuous integration. So I'm going to do another checkout, and the parameters you have to specify is with repository. It's going to be u1 smet Kinect SDKs, but because it's a private repository, you're going to have to specify the token to get access to the repository. I've already stored the token into a secret in this repository. So I'm just going to copy this Kinect SDK access token and default GitHub.token. Just reading how we should specify the token, then more about creating and using. Okay, let's go to this URL, put a new tab, page as found. That's always nice. Probably forgot one letter. Yeah, the last letter didn't come across. Alright, creating, reviewing, using. Alright. So secrets dot Kinect SDK access token. Gonna give it a name to describe what it's doing. Is check out project sources. Check out name. No, name first. Yes. Check out Kinect dependencies. Okay, that should be the first step. We're going to fetch the dependencies with Conan. To do that, we first have to install Conan on this machine, on the virtual machine where the continuous integration is running. So install Conan. There is an action for that. So now Conan should be available. And we're going to specify some environment variables. So we don't always have to type the whole path. So the build directory is going to be the runner workspace directory and the subdirectory build. We're also going to need the directory to specify where the connected dependencies are installed. So let's call that Kinect dir. Call it underscore Kinect. Going to check out to that directory. Just like this. Kinect dir. Okay. Fetch the dependencies with Conan. To do that, we're going to run Conan install the build type. It's going to be another variable. Build type release, and the architecture should be x64 here. Okay, and it needs to put its results in the install folder specified by build here. Okay, next step in the build instructions is first we do fetch the dependencies, do the Conan install. Next we're going to configure CMake. So configure build, and that's going to run CMake, the build directory, the architecture is x64. Are we going to specify the generator? Yes, let's specify the generator. Visual Studio. I don't know which Visual 2022, I guess. I think is installed on GitHub. I'm not entirely sure, but I think the latest version 2022 17. I can check, but we'll handle the error if it's not right. So I have the generator, the architecture, then we're going to enable both Kinects and we're going to specify the alternate directories. Just going to check how I called that file. So source filter. First we have to go to CMake streambase for the first option, streambase dir, and that's I'm going to specify that it's going to take multiple lines to build a comment. So we're going to split it to make it more readable. Streambase dir. So streambase dir is connector slash streambase. And the Kinect dir is a Kinect directory. Have to look in the build file for the filter. So that's Kinect SDK root dir. And that's just Kinect dir. Okay. Configure. Then we'll run the build. It's going to run CMake again. Build the build dir, the configuration build type, and that should be fine. Also going to install the build. And that should be it. Just have to archive the build. So name archive package. It uses the action upload artifact version 2 with name Kinect WebCam x64, and we're going to archive the build dir slash install. Alright, that should be it. Just put a label here, fetch sources. Now we're going to commit this on a separate branch. So first going to create a branch CI, add this file and commit it. And when you push it to GitHub, it should run it. And we just have to wait to see what it does. So probably going to speed up this part while we wait. Otherwise it's going to get really boring really soon. That's the wrong repository I'm looking at. That's no more repositories. Alright, CIS agent pushes and the actions already failed. I don't even have to. It's not valid. Made a mistake somewhere. Runner workspace. Right. So probably has to be GitHub workspace because we're not inside a runner yet. Add commit. And push. And wait again. Okay, Conan got installed and fetch dependencies with Conan failed. So what failed with Conan? The following arguments are required: path or reference. Did I do something? Probably shouldn't have put the equal signs after the install. No. Wait. I don't. Looking at an example. The dot install. The dash install folder is built here. So built here. Is that built here invalid? That could be an issue with the two, with the backslash and the normal slash. Let's look at the Conan documentation. Install folder. I don't think there has to be an equal sign. Are there any examples? Not for the folders. That should be better. Let's also change this. Let's just see what it does without changing that. So git add, git commit, and push. Install folder expected one argument. Okay, so we're struggling with the install folder still. But now at least it sees an argument. It sees multiple arguments, or it sees none. Take a pick. Path or reference. Wait. Did I forget to specify something else? I have to set the directory to the Conan file. So maybe there still has to be an equal sign here. Well, let's try this. Can't feel more than it feels now. Okay, fetch dependencies with Conan, and it's progressing. Well, it's not failing anymore on the command line, so okay. To detect does it optimize the default profile. It found Visual Studio, it found GCC 8.1, and x64 is not a valid architecture, apparently. Okay. So these are the valid architectures. It's going to be x86, 64. The architecture. And it fails again. Did I specify a wrong build type? Wait. As build type is build type? Build type is specified. So invalid setting empty string is not a valid setting dot build type value. That's okay. I probably did something stupid that I cannot see at the moment. The command line is build type, and I specified the variable build type. Or am I mistaken? No. Wait, did I do something really stupid? No, it's correct. It should be correct. Or is it only correct when the shell is bash. Sometimes it gets confusing when you run on multiple operating systems. So let's add shall bash. Otherwise the syntax of fetching the environment variable is going to be different probably. Alright, so git add, git commit, and push. And it failed again because wait, missing pre-built package. I'm confused because it worked on my machine. But that's one of the reasons why we add continuous integration. But wait, I didn't specify the architecture flag, but I did with CMake. Let's just try it out. Create a new build directory and we'll run Conan. Build type, well, release. Architecture install folder is build x64. Probably should have tried that before adding it to continuous integration, but it's downloading stuff. And it works. Huh. The plot thickens. Build type release, yes. It's the same. So what's different? So settings, architecture, build is the same. Build type release, yes. Compiler Visual Studio version 16 or 17, but is that going to be the issue? Oh, that's the only thing. Compiler runtime MD compiler does not specify runtime. Hmm. Okay. Alright, these are the settings it's using. So architecture x86-64, x86-64, yes. Build type release, Visual Studio, compiler DynMD, compiler version 1617, Windows. Well, of course, these are being installed from the local cache. And he's downloading it. It says download and missing binary. It's a different signature. Let's look at the Conan center for the first package that fails broadly. Compression format, 16 packages, its configuration, and what's the configuration is checking out here. It starts at 5A61. And yes, I don't see that here. Compiler Visual Studio, texture x64, Windows, and not any Windows X and so 5A61. And 3FB is what is downloading locally, 3FB with 72 cap at the end. Right, so the problem is the compiler version. Okay, so let's check if the compiler of the previous Visual Studio version is available on GitHub. So GitHub Actions, Windows, Visual Studio versions, Docs Microsoft. Wait, it's now available. Documentation, right? That's the link I was looking for. Supported software on the 2022 and the 2019. So latest is probably running 2022. Visual Studio Enterprise 2022, okay, and Visual Studio 2019. So we just have to specify Windows 2019 and not Windows latest. Okay, so it's specified so here, so Windows 2019, and we have 2022 here, so we do 16 and 2019. Okay, Okay, Conan is running and it failed. Why did it fail? CMake spelled stream base. Oh, it's not seeing the extra options, so something is wrong with the splitting of the line splitting. Right, probably going to have to do that bash style, so with backslashes at the end of the line. I like to align those. Same problem. So it's not those backslashes. Let's try one last thing. Put a pipe here. I forget how it's called in YAML, but you've got two ways of doing multiline. The pipe means that it's going to keep the new lines at the end, and the bracket or the greater than sign means that it's going to replace the new lines with spaces. So you add one, you get one line out of it, but with the backslashes at the end, Bash should see this as the continuation of the that the command is going to continue on the next line anyway. So let's do the whole commit push dance again. Okay, starting to think it's not a command line, but I missed something else. Maybe I went up too far. Did wait? I'll check if I typed it correctly. So switch to here. I should have checked before, but that's a shame. I'm in a subdirectory, so we need to go up two directories, and then we should be at the source directory. Yes, and it's not in the source directory; it's in the CMake directory. CMake this spell stream base dir. Oh yeah, of course, with stream base dir. So no, it's the same. Is it the correct directory? Well, it's not complaining about something with Kinect, I think. It's just saying, oh, wait, I should try better at reading these error messages. It is saying something about, is this picking up the Kinect directly? Did it pick it up in the previous build files as well? So I've been wasting, let's just check if I haven't been wasting your time unnecessarily. Yep. Okay. That's good. Ah, it's not good. I should try and read the error messages better. But we have a double Kinect webcam here. That's not good. Because we Kinect webcam, build, okay. But did it check it out to path Kinect here, yeah. But why is it Kinect webcam? It's probably something that GitHub does. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on now. It is deleting the contents. Webcam. So okay, that seems to be fine. That it's Kinect webcam twice. So alright, I'm doing something extremely stupid now. Stream base. So of course, it would be nice if I could actually browse, but I can only see the log files. But I've got the repository checked out. Kinect, backspace on Windows, Kinect SDK, STRM base, EM extra. So I'm not sure what's going on. It's a full pad. It's a absolute pad, so that's fine. I think it should be fine. These are the same paths. Yeah. Checking how to do that. Alright, I'm missing something obvious. It has to be. So I'm using the variable of the environment variable with the connective. So don't make any typos. So that's not the case. It's getting the variable, but it's not seeing the file. That's it. Kinect. There are 3 commands on Windows. Yeah, but it's only showing directories, not files. That's probably a question mark. /f, 3/f. If I dump 3/f into the logging, we'll see. So we'll do it. Well, we'll do it right after checkout. So it runs three slash f the working directory let's run it in the GitHub workspace, which probably is the current directory. That's a good remark. Well, let's try this. So yeah, we've got the it didn't expand the variable. It's just in the directory Kinect. Right. That's not what I intended. But it explains a lot. Okay, so without starting to think where did we go wrong, I want to know where we went wrong. This, of course, has to be like this. He says in a squeaky voice. Because in a shell, it's dollar. It's a dollar sign, but here you have to. And I think it's emphasis GitHub Actions environment. Typing gets harder and harder the later it gets. So about variable using env. Yes, debug env. Okay. Can we get rid of the debug? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to work. Let's do it. It's going. But we have another problem. Kinect SDK root here. Manual specified variables were not used by the project. Okay. Well, at least it's building the stream-based classes SDK root here. I checked it, didn't I? Ah, I see. It's root dir without the underscore. So we've got errors here, but we already fixed them. I've already tried to fix them. Let's just not push our luck. So fix Kinect SDK root directory and of course the last step fails. No files were found in the provided path, but probably the same error as I did before. The path should not use the bash syntax, but I forget the name with the two squirrely brackets. Is this. So yes, let's try. Right, installing artifact name is valid. Yes, I think we can call this a victory. Let's just look at the summary. We've got an artifact of 20 megabytes. Alright, let's download it and open it. And yes, platforms Kubernetes DLL, it looks to be okay. So this seems the ideal point to end this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hope to see you again soon.